Yo, it's Brandon X Bell, writer, actor, producer, also known as Blackstate 08. We got the Connected web series that's going to be coming out later on this year. Make sure y'all check that out, season 2. And I also got my album, Black Crown, and my mixtape, The Crown, coming out as well. Make sure y'all check that out. First Strike, 48-hour film just dropped. Make sure y'all check that out. It'll be on YouTube very shortly. And y'all can check out any films I got coming out, anything we got going on G1NBC.com. Blackstate 08, Brandon X Bell. I'm going to see y'all real soon.
Today's show is brought to you by the 25th Dynasty, William Black Nile Turnbow. Contact them today for all your recording needs. You can find them on Facebook at the 25th Dynasty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rant Rave with Don Michaels. Today's special guest is none other than a local legend here in Cleveland, Brandon X Bell. Filmmaker, director, writer, rapper, musician. I mean, the list goes on and on. This guy is a true entertainer. So, Brandon.
Thank you, man. That's a hell of an intro, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate you being on the show. We want to get to know you a little bit and find out what you're doing out here for Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
I've had several guests on that have been involved with the acting and filmmaking, and Cleveland's a really up and growing town. So I love being here talking to you guys.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of talent here, man.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love being able to promote it and all that kind of good stuff. So
yes, sir.
But so you go by you're also known as Blackstate 08.
Yep, Blackstate 08.
And then BX, right?
Yeah, BXB, Brandon X Bell.
Okay.
Blackstate 08. Yeah.
All right, cool. So before we get into your web series, The Connected, let's talk a little bit about you. What made you get involved in the film industry and the music industry and so forth?
From just growing up, watching movies, hearing music, and my upbringing. My mom, she wanted to make sure that I stay out of trouble. Didn't want to fall into too many ills of the streets or whatnot. So she made sure that music was always a part of my life, and made sure that acting, and I was involved with something creative. And so that's where I started from. And growing up in a single parent household, when my mom's working, I got a lot of time to watch movies and use my imagination.
Sure.
We didn't have cable, so it was just like make your own movies.
Right.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So I would take my action figures, make my own movies, and then just seeing actors on the screen, and just being growing up and not really kind of just being comfortable, with trying to figure out who I am. The opportunity to play different characters and be different people helped me figure out who I was as well, and grow. So
you're born and bred Cleveland, Ohio, your whole life?
Half and half. I was born here in Cleveland. I lived in Alabama as a kid. Then I moved back to Cleveland, and then I moved back to Alabama, and then I moved back to Cleveland.
Okay. So now Cleveland's permanent residency.
Well, Cleveland is where you're born at.
Right.
T'Challa was born in Wakanda. He's still in Wakanda, so
Right.
I'm always gonna be Cleveland, always.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
to
much
hear.
love to Alabama though.
Yeah.
Parts of it.
Sweet home Alabama, huh?
Yeah. I love that spot. Straight up.
So, okay, cool. Well, now that we know all that kind of good stuff, and I totally understand your point of keeping out of trouble and all that good stuff. It's not easy to do when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Getting the wrong, groups and neighborhoods and what have you, and
it happens.
it does.
Just have a fallback option just in case. It's like, man, I don't want to get in a fight today, so I think I'm gonna go to play rehearsal.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
So your whole entire life you've been involved in some sort of to where you are now.
Yeah.
Writing, entertaining.
Since I was a kid, I worked with. I remember the first film I did. I don't think it ever came out or anything like that, but I was working with like George Sledge when I was like 12 or 13, and did it was like a children's play about gangs and stuff like that, and then did work at the Caramoo House, the Shakespeare Playhouse down in Alabama. Did the play circuit down there, and so I would say from theater to film, I've been involved in some way, shape, or form, or fashion from when I was about like 10.
Okay,
10
nice.
Yeah.
So currently, what kind of movies do you have under your credits at this point?
A few, and just being blessed to be a part of the new renaissance of film that's growing up in Cleveland. I've worked with great artists like Mikhail Todd, Rob Grant, Keith Collins. I worked with Amy McCorkle and down in Kentucky with Healing Hands. So that, like, I've done Cleveland Allegories. That was the first movie I did with Mikhail Todd. Then we did In Production. Then after In Production, we did In Guns We Trust, and well, before In Guns We Trust, I did 2 movies with Hill and Hands Production, Amy McCorkle. One was Broken, and the other one was The Weekend. And the first 3 movies I did, the Cleveland Allegories, In Production, and Broken, all 3 movies I was nominated for Best Supporting Actor and Best Actor, like my first 3 movies out the gate.
Nice.
And that was you know, it was humbling because it's like I'm like, I know I still got a lot to learn more about being an actor. It's always stuff you can learn.
Sure.
But it was you know, it was an honor being, you know, mentioned with, you know, other great actors that's in the city, and it's like, wow, like I guess I'm alright on it.
Speaking of the 48, I understand you guys were nominated for Best Film.
Yeah, shout out to Dark Horse Productions, Pauline Norowski and Chrissy Kolrick. They brought me and one of my other members from my Bro Ops team, Drew Evans, on to their team for the 48. It was the 4th time I did the 48, and this time we got nominated for Best Movie, Best Use of Prop, and I think Best Use of Line. And
Nice.
And the movie's called First Strike. And you know, it was an honor, you know, being nominated for Best Film.
Oh,
and we were going for it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Hey, guys, he beat out my team this year. Not real happy about this.
It ain't up to me, man. It ain't up to me. You know, but you know, everybody, like, this year was really awesome at the 48 because I've in the few 48s I've been to before, you know, they're all great, but like this year you can really see where people step their game up, step the quality up, the acting, the dialogue, the writing, just the production quality of overall from all the films were just outstanding.
It was. It was
Yeah,
really a competitive
awesome
year.
thing. Yeah, and
I couldn't agree with you more.
shout out to every single filmmaker that was involved, because I mean everybody showed out, and it's just a lot of great talent, man. It was awesome to see.
Sure was.
Yeah.
So let's get into your net series here, The Connected. What exactly is The Connected?
With The Connected, it's a story about the main character's name is Keith Lennox. I play the main character, and basically he's the second in command of this criminal organization called the Boss Kings, and he's trying to move them to a permanent position of like legitimate business, not you know out on the streets, and he's trying to capitalize on the legalization of marijuana and trying to get them involved in the marijuana business. And in the process, he has to deal with just the inner turmoils of his family and outside forces, because the Boss Kings, for anybody that don't know in the story, is basically where you're a member based upon if you're related to another member, or if the other bosses basically vote you in. So it's basically about the relationships, the family relationships that takes place within the organization, and all of the other relationships that take place outside of the organization. And it's called The Connected because in some way, shape, or form, or fashion, every single character in the show is connected to another character, whether those particular characters know it or not. And once you watch it, then you'll see it flesh out.
So I can venture to say that it's a little bit of drama, a little bit of suspense, a little bit of action, all
comedy,
of the above, comedy.
Everything.
Okay.
And as a writer, only thing, and I actually got a complaint about this from the first season. They're like, man, there's not enough sex in the show. It's not enough, love in the show. And it's and the reason why, as a writer, especially as a male writer in today's age, I got a lot of respect for just women actors and just making sure they're comfortable on set. And so what I try to do is I try to at the same time entertain people, but make sure that everybody on my set is comfortable with what they're doing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Can we go ahead and cut to the trailer?
Sure.
Give everybody a little glimpse here.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, hang tight real quick. We're gonna cut to the trailer, and we'll be right back.
Because I got y'all two plane tickets. I've been on vacation for a long time. I mean, a long time. Like, nobody's ever gonna be able to find you. Right. Yeah. Now, see, I'm in a new position of power now. And in this new position, certain things I can't do anymore. Like be somebody with my bare hands. And that's you too. Now,
let me tell you something. First thing you didn't know that was your brother that day. Okay? And I know way back in the day, your uncle and your father used to run a lot of coke for us, the people I work with. And if they found out that he killed us, you're done.
All that time in jail got you thinking you tough. There no such thing as a tough rat, right? I'm sorry.
What?
What about me? What about you, nigga?
Hey guys, welcome back. Brandon X. I'll tell you what, that was pretty intense.
Hey man, we're trying to. This season we're trying to up the ante. We're trying to step it up another level. So
And we can
level
expect
step.
Absolutely. I tell you what, a lot of things going on right there.
Yeah.
One, I noticed you have a lot of diversity in your film there.
Right.
What's behind that?
I did that on purpose. Writing, knowing the city of Cleveland, it's a diverse city. It's a lot of great actors, great talent in the city, and I wanted to highlight as much as I can in the show.
Okay.
The show is an interpretation kind of what Cleveland is, diverse city. We have all different types of nationalities, all different types of ethnic groups here, and so it would be, to me, disingenuous to film my show in Cleveland if I'm not showing that diversity.
Sure.
And so I also look at it where the show, just maybe me personally, interprets how I view the world, how I view people around me, as far as it doesn't matter, where you come from. We're all connected in a way. We're all connected. So we're all on the same planet together. We all share the same planet together. And so in the show, we have these actors all sharing the same world together.
Right.
And so
Okay.
it's in my interpretation, even though it's a gangster show per se, it's where for a lot of actors in my show, I have a lot of first-time actors in it. A lot of people that were extras before, never had like speaking lines and things of that nature. So I wanted to bring all of that stuff to the forefront. The diversity, give people here in my city opportunity, and just show people through my show that a group of people, no matter where you're from, everybody got the same like-minded goal. Can get a job done, can get things done, get things accomplished, and create something special.
Okay, that's great. I have a personal question for you though. Do you find it hard to find actors and actresses?
No. It's the hard thing about filmmaking is scheduling for those actors and actresses. Because especially with our show, since we started, it's been basically a shoestring budget. It's like, whatever money I got left out of my paycheck, that's what goes into the show. So for those actors, it's about scheduling. Because they work jobs too. They have families too. I got a family, vice versa. So you got to line up the location, and hopefully, if you got a scene with 4 people in it, and spent 3 months writing this scene and coming up with this stuff, and so you have to find the right people that got the right schedule. Okay. And then for some actors, and I was actually talking to a couple of my colleagues about this yesterday, is where you have you could have an actor scheduled for if I have a schedule for my show, but that actor gets a call to do a commercial. All the actors that's in my show was volunteer, and I really appreciate everybody for doing that. That's all love, right? But if it comes down to where they got a commercial, they just got booked for a commercial, and it's on the same day as my shoot, and they got to make $150.
Seriously? I forgot to mute my phones.
So
cut that section.
I said we just roll it, man. Like
just keep rolling.
Yeah, just keep rolling. It's all good.
You gonna mute it?
It's all good.
You gonna mute it?
Oh yeah.
You're a busy guy, And so, but my phone just died, or I'll probably be getting a call too. But in that regard of just make it, if they get a call they got to go do that commercial, you know, because
Right.
they need to put food on the table. So the hard thing is not finding actors. The hard thing is just, you know, keeping the people engaged and you know, keeping a good schedule to keep the momentum. Because if you go 3 weeks without filming, then you'll lose the momentum of it. People get on other projects and stuff. So that's the toughest thing.
Right, absolutely. So let's move into a little something else here. And wait, before we do that, The Connected. When is it coming out again? Season 2?
Season 2 is going to be in October. We were going to come out this summer, but we wanted to make sure that it was right, that it was good. You know, all the way through and through. Take out as many mistakes as possible. So we're pushing it back to October, probably mid-October. And then with the wintertime coming, it'll be a great show for people to get, you know, sit back while it's snowing, get comfortable, you know, smoke, drink, whatever you choose to do, you know, and sit back and, you know, and watch this saga, watch it go down. You know?
Absolutely, that's great. So you're also into rap, and are you doing some community work
Hip-hop.
as well, or hip hop? Is it hip hop? Okay.
Yeah, but I do hip hop as well. Like I was doing hip hop before I really kind of went full-fledged with acting, and then acting kind of took over, and so now we're getting back to it with our music, the Black Crown Volume 1, and then the Crown. My manager Kiana, she the one who really kind of motivated me to get really fully back into music. I was doing music, you know, here and there for fun, but I did a show with Mikhail Tott last month, and with his band The Low Lives, and it really kind of lit a fire back up under me. And as you know, as an MC, it really never leaves you. So,
Sure.
you know, as far as, you know, just as an entertainer, as far as an artist, I've always, music was like the first passion. So it never leaves you, and you know, I can't get rid of it. So I'm back at it.
So do you currently have any albums out? Or?
I got a mixtape on Reverb Nation. That is the Plan B. I came out with that a couple years ago. It was just a fun project, just put out. I got a couple music videos out right now on YouTube. One is called Sweet. That's on Hood Stamp TV.
You got a music video out?
I got 2 music videos.
Two. Can we share one at the end of the video?
Totally.
All right.
Share with us.
Stay tuned till the end, guys. We're going to share a hip hop video.
Hip hop, you know, and so like I got those two videos out, and with the and now we just really concentrating on getting the album done, and you know, booking more shows, just staying concentrated within the music.
Right. Yeah. So you're an all around entertainer.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I look at it like this. You know, you like the old saying go, you throw everything at the wall, hope it stick. But I take everything I do very serious. You know, and I give the art respect, because it's a lot of people that do, you know, hip hop. Say for instance, I give those people a lot of respect because it's a lot of time that goes into it. So while I was acting, one of the reasons why I didn't do too much hip hop, because I know how much time and dedication that goes into it. So it's like in today's hip hop, you got a lot of new artists, and I know how hard those artists work. I know how hard a lot of, you know, older artists work to stay in the game, because the game is always changing. So it's what, as an artist, I like to do multiple things because I like to create. I like to entertain people. I like to, you know, inspire people, whether it's through, you know, music, or whether it's, you know, through.
So is that why you do this? I mean, between the acting, the writing, the directing, the music, is it to reach out to people?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Is there a message behind everything you're doing?
I mean, there are several messages. It's just not one.
Okay.
Because it all really depends on what I'm doing, say, or what project it is. You know, that particular project may have a mission, may have a statement in it. Like, say for instance, the movie I did, Broken. It was tailored to, you know, PTSD and drug abuse and alcoholism, and you know, with the Connected, it's dealing with I'm dealing with multiple things, like the fentanyl and heroin trafficking that goes on in Ohio, human trafficking, politics, you know, things of that nature. And through the music, what I can express visually through a script or through the camera, now I can express musically and hit your ears, and mentally as well. So it's really all depends on what form of the way I'm attacking, what message I'm trying to bring, but it's always a motivation behind it of either entertainment, education, or inspiration.
Well, there you have it. I like that.
Word.
I like that. That's great. So, well, you know what, Brandon? I don't really have anything else for you.
Well, and I do want to say a couple things. And this is just I'm going to send a message out to the youth center that I do work with.
Okay.
Visits of Angels is ran by Sears Mitchell. If anybody's not familiar with Visits of Angels, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, check them out. Visits of Angels is inner city. It's a program designed for inner city youth. They've been around. They just had their 10-year anniversary. I actually started, and one of the ways I got into the film game is I was there teaching theater to the youth, and a friend of mine, he the one who got me into my first audition, and then I met everybody else after that. And so that it's a great program. I've seen kids that started there when they were 5, and now they're in high school, and you got kids that were that came from really tough backgrounds that they're there. They learned dance, literary writing, arts. Theater, and physical education, and the guy who runs it, Sears Mitchell, is blind. He's been blind his whole life, and so he does a lot of great work for the community. He gets no shine and doesn't ask for any shine, and so anytime I get an opportunity, Sears Mitchell is one of the great people out here. Period. So if you don't know Visits of Angels, don't know Sears Mitchell, please get to know him.
So in other words, I mean that's awesome too. So you're involved pretty actively with the community then.
Yeah, got to be. And in my opinion, I think I need to be involved with more. I'm not satisfied with my involvement. I got a busy schedule, and actually, it still hurts me to this day because my schedule got so busy I wasn't able to continue to teach theater there. And so what I'm trying to do is also put myself in a position where I'm actually, I'm also doing this entertainment for financial reasons as well, but not financial reasons for me. Outside of, I want my family to do well. I want my family to have everything I didn't have. But also, I know as a person that, the world, it moves on economics. And in order to make a change out here, it's good. I could go out to the community, things like that. But in order to really make a change, I have to not only be, vocal as far as, my media aspect, but even in financial, so I could really get out here and help kids, help people that don't have those opportunities. I want to be able to take bro-op films, bro-op entertainment, and grow that to a business where I could have kids, that's on the streets interning on my film sets. I want to be able to have people that can't find steady working jobs in New York or Chicago. They could work on our sets without even any hesitation. So that's why I bring on first-time actors. Anything I could do to help people.
Is that what? Excuse me for lack of a better term. What drives you to do that?
Man, what drives me is simply because, man, like in my career, and I'm just gonna be all the way honest, like outside of like my mom's and a couple of people, like the support really wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I look at it where, as an artist, knowing what I'm going through, knowing everything. For people, even if you're not an artist, whatever, everybody's going through some sort of struggle or whatever like that. And so, as a person, the least I could do on this planet while God put me here is to help somebody else. You know what I mean? Because I've already helped myself. I mean, I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I could accomplish. I know what I could get done. Now it's, for the next man, the next woman, the next child, what I can do to help them out. And so, and that goes from ranges from, immigration to the inner city I think, as a person, we should, have that attitude of, what I can do to help the next person out, even if it's just giving them a nice word, even if it's giving them $5 in their pocket. What can I do, So
be the change you want to see, right? Is that
I mean, basically, it starts with you, and then maybe, by my example, like there's another, 14, 15-year-old kid that got a single mom's at the, and he don't know what he want to do with his life, and he's like, yo. I mean, that dude he's not in the best shape. I don't look like The Rock or nothing like that, but the dude got a drive. That dude, he got a mission. And so hopefully that will translate to somebody else.
All the positivity. And
helping
saying,
empathy,
hey, you can
all
do
that.
this too. And that's great. I had no idea that you were so involved with the community stuff. I think that's... I think that's more important than filmmaking and the music industry, to be honest with you. But I know they kind of go hand in hand to a certain extent.
Really, it got to. Well, at least in my aspect, simply because of the fact that, if I'm gonna be out here and people gonna see me and whatnot. Like, I'm not a robot. I'm human, so I feel things. I feel empathy for people that got less. I feel empathy for people that got more. And so, what I can do through what I'm doing is be a medium of understanding, communication, conversation, or just to take your mind off of BS, or to help you focus on what you need to focus on. So the little part I could play. That's
All right.
it. You know.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
man. Well, that was a great interview. I really appreciate you coming on and,
Honored, humbled to
and
be here,
sharing
man.
all that information with
Thank you,
us.
brother.
And
No doubt.
I'm super excited to see your new series, The Connected, coming out here.
Right on.
And I can't wait to see the hip hop video at the end either.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be live, man. And make sure y'all check out Healing Hands Productions, Amy McCorkle, G1NBC. Basically, you know, everything you can check out. You can find so much stuff on G1NBC from Mikkel, Ty, Amy McCorkle, great artists that I work with, and Broads Entertainment. We got more things coming for you. So, Thugs vs Zombies. We're gonna be filming our new movie starting the Halloween. That's gonna be big. Written by Skip McDougal out of our Bro Ops camp. Shout out Candace. She just my sister in my squad. She just lost her family. So her dad just passed away. So just want to send my heart condolences out to her, my squad, Drew. You know, the team.
All right.
Yeah. So
Well, we appreciate it.
no doubt. Shout out my manager Kiana. You know, she the best. She go hard for me. So
She works hard.
Yeah.
All right.
She do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lot to take in. I hope you guys all follow along with all that as far as what he's doing with the Connected, what he's doing with community service. Get out there, show your support for him. You know, click like on the video, share the videos. You know,
Find me on Blackstate 08 on Instagram. Brandon X Bell on Facebook. I ain't got no Twitter. I got a Twitter, but I don't do it. So
Twitter's hard. Twitter is nuts, but okay, well, that's it, guys. Until the next time, you guys all have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, with the Knicks on the track. Cleveland. Yo, hey yo, too many dreams means too much sleeping. You close your eyes and wake up in Cleveland. Another way to see it. I run into a days to exercise these demons. My memories is painting pictures of confusions. I'm disillusions, the cancers of us humans, what we consuming. Hey, it's flesh and blood of the communion. Leave the whole church in ruins, there's no reunions. Truth exposed, the truth be told. My suicidal thoughts as a youth is old. Hung myself with the nooses bold. The young recruits surrounded by a group of foes. Who's my enemies? I can't tell no lie. Lost so many kin to me, I detail my cries. Recipes, my brother Shell, my brother Dre is shy. We just trying to survive in the light. Hey, when you trying to reach the heights, when you trying to reach the heights, when you trying to take flight, and you trying to take flight. Hey, it's yours, it's yours, it's on you, it's on you, it's on you now, it's on you. Hey, it's yours, it's yours. I still got the laptop my grandpapa bought me. I still remember life lessons grandmama taught me. Hopefully I live when I'm 40. My dad died when he was 50. I guess I'm being picky. So many foes when I die, some of them is coming with me. It's Cleveland until I die. Forever love my city. Stevie Wonder, he could only see my vision. 3 kids, that's 3 million for their college tuition. Fuck the system, they can never fall victim. You study your religion and watch who they call a Christian. Flow spit precision, every bar is a decision. Throw the cushion, cigars hit the mic with the incisions. Say he on a mission, don't need the well wishing. These are words of wisdom that was spoken from Moses. I know he up in heaven, I'm just hoping he noticed that I'm focused and I'm trying to reach the light. Hey, when you trying to reach the heights, when you trying to reach the heights, when you trying to take flight and you trying to take